Yo, what is up, my dudes? My name is Storm Rose, and on this channel we put what's in here out there, and today is another vlog.
What do you think is the
Just put everything in the oven, Carl. Oh no.
Yes,
So, first off, I'd just like to say that I showered at 6 o'clock last afternoon, and my hair is still wet now at 11:40 the next day. Love that for me. So yesterday I didn't update you at all. Today's Tuesday. I'm sorry. I slept in a lot more than I intended to. I was getting up really early at the lake, or not really early, but earlier, and I was liking that. One of my goals this summer was to start waking up earlier because I want to be more of an early riser when I go to college, so I can actually get things done instead of wasting all my daylight. But since I got back, I fell back into bad habits, even though it's only been 2 days, but it's fine. Yesterday I finished Twilight, although that was only 100 pages left. I pretty much finished it on Sunday. So now, next book to read is, Artemis by Andy Weir. I have not actually started it yet. Let's see if I can calculate how far behind I am with my brain instead of using my calculator because my phone is occupied currently. Today is the 9th, I believe. Correct, July 9th. And I have read just under 1,000 words, and I was meant to read 240 pages a day, and 240 times 9 is, let's see, 240, 480, 720. 720 plus 720 is 1,440. And then another 720 is 2,160. So I'm about 1,100 and probably 90 pages behind. So, not bad. Yeah, we're doing, it's bad. But, so that means I'm gonna have to get through several of my books in one day if I want to get through them still. I know I can get through Greenheart in one day. And if the writing is pulling me in enough, I have no problem getting through a book in a day. It's just that it has to be, I love super flowery writing in certain cases, but I just can't, that's not something I can fly through. I have to sit there and, savor it. So, I'm not sure how the prose is in all these books that I've picked. I'm sure that this Artemis one hopefully is not too, science-y focused. And as long as it's not, I keep putting my fingers, I have hair on my sweatshirt. And as long as it's not super sciencey focused, I should be able to get through it pretty fast. And then the next one is Golden Sun. I know I'll fly through that because I've wanted to read it for so long. And after this month, I'm gonna have so many more series that I need to finish. I have an idea to make a video of all of the series I've started and haven't finished, kind of like a partner to all the popular books that I haven't read, because this would be books that weren't even mentioned in that because they've been started. Yeah, I'll probably do that at some point. Also, I haven't done like monthly wrap-ups. Like that's not a thing that I've done, and I don't think I'm gonna do a June one, even though I actually did read like a decent amount of books. I read 8 books in June. I don't think I'm gonna do a June one, but I think I'm definitely doing a July one. And you know, I never took the time to actually sit there and consider all of the videos that like every booktuber makes, like the standards. And I don't do like any of those. Like I don't do wrap-ups, I don't do reviews or anything like that. I pretty much only do vlogs and tags and hauls. And then, you know, whatever random other thing that I think of. But like should I start doing those things? I think I asked in the last video for you to tell me whether or not I should do, or maybe it was the video before. I don't know. All of my vlogs are blending together in my head. But I think I asked a while back to comment whether or not I should do reviews. But should I make wrap-ups? See, like I haven't been doing them at the beginning of this year because my reading has been so slow, and it'd be like 2 books a month, and that's kind of, you know, not really something to wrap up. It's like a 2-minute video, you feel? I'm starting to believe maybe it's a good idea that I actually do the videos that like booktubers do. Yeah, so let me know if I should be doing that stuff. And what I'm missing. Reviews and wrap-ups. What else are staples? What are things that everybody else does? I don't know. Let me know down below. Alright, I'm gonna probably head back inside and try and read a little bit. Drink some Mountain Dew to wake me up a little more. I don't work today, so might be able to actually finish this book. Let's hope. So, after watching YouTube, I finally got around to watching the People in a Box series on Kian and JC's thing. That was pretty interesting. Oh, and catching up with Emmy's vids. I missed a couple, but now we're good, so you should go watch her. I went to watch Secret Life of Pets 2 at 2. It is now 6:32. Stone's here with my cat. Give cat. Yeah.
Why did you say what time it is?
Kitty.
Fat.
You fat cat.
He's hard to pick up. Especially because he clawed my arm and I lost
Especially
a pat
because
for
you're
him.
a wimp.
Especially because he clawed my arm.
But anyways, now that I finished that series, I told myself that I would start reading. My dad came and toasted me again because I'm still behind on my books. You know, maybe I should have just told him about all the things that I meant to do so he can just come in here and roast me every time I'm procrastinating. Because, yeah, anyways, reading time. The neighbor kids are being loud again. But, I don't remember when the last clip was. Probably like Tuesday. I don't remember what I said. But it is now Thursday. And, yesterday, I started reading the Crowns game on my phone because I have it on my Libby, and it's going hard. And it's funny to me how I was talking in one of my last vlogs how my classes are I'm going to have like a class that has French stuff and a class to learn Russian as my foreign language in college. And this book is Russian based, but all of the high class Russians speak French because they think it's classier. So, I don't know, but it feels like I was meant to find this book right now because I actually had to go searching for this book to find, I don't know why. Man, it's weird how things work out. Coincidence? I think not. Just saying. But, so I went looking to find what to fill in for the challenge for the Queendom Stone. Ended up finding Crown's Game, and now I'm like, this is crazy. But, I'm not super far into it. I think it was like 80-ish pages. And Libby, it was like 147. But if you tried to figure out the math to make it for like what the actual pages would be, I think it was like 80 pages. Sorry, that was weird. Yeah, so that was really good. And I'm supposed to be reading Golden Sun right now. And I'm only a couple pages in, but I feel like, I think I mentioned it before, how I can't really, just hop back into a series without rereading everything that came before it. And it has been like more than a year since I read Red Rising. So I think I'm gonna have to put down Golden Sun until I can pick up Red Rising again. Which means I'm gonna have to move around some of my books and stuff, I think. That's as a scribe, we do have the ability to change our TBR, but we're only supposed to be able to do one book, I think. But the other thing is that pretty sure only the first 5 challenges, like for your team, are the ones that are like supposed to be like set, and the rest of them are allowed to be changeable. And this is not in my main 5. This was for Forgotten Forests. So, what I think I'm going to do is you're supposed to read, for Forgotten Forests, you're supposed to read a sequel that's been waiting for a long time that you've been putting off. And in my TBR, my indulgent read was one of those books because I called it indulgent because I'd be finally checking off something that I need to be reading. Even though I'm not really all that excited to read it, you feel? I'm super excited to read Golden Sun, but I'm not gonna, I just don't think I'm gonna be able to get back into it without reading Red Rising first. So, what I think we're going to do is we're going to take the wings from the indulgent read and put it in the Forgotten Forests, and then instead put the 3rd Vampire Academy book in the indulgent read, because I want to read that so bad. And while I'm pretty sure that the rest of the TBR is allowed to be changeable, if it's not, I'm going to count that as my Scribe TBR change thing. Man, I really wish I could read Golden Sun right now, but I'm just going to have to get Red Rising first. So I think I'm going to have to renew this when I go to the library, because all the library books that I grabbed are supposed to be due on the 16th. And it is the 11th, I think. I forgot my watch is dead. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the 11th. So I'll probably renew this and then grab Red Rising while I'm there so I can read them in August. I have so many books I'm going to have to read in August. But anyways, yeah, update. So I think I'm going to continue with the Crowns game right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and move on to Secret History because that's one of the other library books that's meant to be due. So I'll be reading that instead of Golden Sun. It's a little bit upsetting. I really wanted to get to Golden Sun because I've been waiting so long, but I can't just hop back into a series. I have to flow through it, you feel? And like a couple books, like 1 or 2 books in between, or like a couple, like maybe a month max in between would be fine, but this has literally been a year. So if you can't tell, I'm kind of mad at myself about it, but anyways, I think I'm gonna go read Crown's Game because I'm really feeling that book. Although I don't know, I kind of want to get into Secret History too because I'm so excited to read that. I really think that's gonna be like a favorite, and you know, Leo reads. Everyone knows that Leo reads, loves that book. So I don't know. I also don't think I'm gonna get all of my library books read before they're due, so these are probably gonna be overdue. Oh, sorry. What is up, my dudes? It is Monday night again, as per usual for the vlog. So what to update on? I just edited most of the vlog now, and I gotta close it out. Let me say, I didn't actually come back on after I read Artemis to give you my full rant. If you want to see how much I loved it, you could go to my Twitter thread if you really wanted to. Shameless plug, I guess. But I'll give you a little bit now. The diversity in that book, the representation in that book, as far as I'm aware, is very good. I haven't read enough of diverse books to really know what is good representation and what's not. I mean, I'm a white person, so, you know, like, I can't tell whether a representation for a Muslim person who is not myself is good because I don't have the knowledge of what is good representation for that and what is not. But as far as I could tell, I thought it was very good representation. It wasn't like a huge thing in the book, but it was incorporated throughout. There was the Muslim father, the girl was, I think they were from Saudi Arabia, but I mean that was her ethnicity. And there was a gay Jewish man, there was a Ukrainian guy, there was something else that was, I want to say Middle Easternness. It's been like almost a week since I read it now, but very, very good book. Loved that the science was included, and there were a couple parts that was like very sciencey and I couldn't really understand it, but that was obviously like it had no effect on how you could understand the story. It was obviously just like little tidbits meant to be thrown in for people that were very science oriented, not like myself, but you know, it was just such a good book. Oh, I loved it. Oh, so good. And like, I saw some reviews that said that they didn't like that the main character's humor was humor that is typically deemed masculine sort of thing, like little boys or teenage boys only think like that sort of thing, is what I read in that review. To be honest, I got really mad about it because my humor is very what is typically considered masculine. And so she was like mad that the way he wrote the main character was like not accurate to a normal teenage girl, and I was like, well, just because it's not how you think does not mean it's not how every girl thinks. Like, I love having a female character that has the same sense of humor as me because you don't find that a lot. And while obviously I also have humor that is more typically female, and I do get a little upset about some things that teenage boys think are funny, but it's not. It's just offensive. But like, at the same time, like, oh, she was just so critical on it, and I was just so happy to find a book that had so much representation, because from the books that I typically manage to get a hold of, I don't have a lot of that. You know what I mean? And I loved the way that the characters interacted. I thought that was very good. I loved the father-daughter relationship. Even though it was, like, tense, it was, like, very good. To me, I thought it was good. That's another thing. I'm not a super, like, critical reader. So I don't always give, like, the best review sort of thing, you feel. But anyways, I really, really, really loved that book. And since the last clip, which I believe was Thursday, I really haven't done a lot of reading, because Friday I ended up hanging out with a friend all night, and we watched a bunch of movies together. And then Saturday I didn't come home until like 12, and then I had a family reunion, which I also brought her to, and then we went and hung out again after that. And then Sunday, I had work from 3 to 10, and I slept until like 12. And today I had work from 3 to 6, and I slept until like 11, but I was just messing around with other things instead of reading this morning, although I did read a little bit. So I am farther into the Crowns game. I don't know exactly what my pages are right now, but that's all else that I've read since the last update. So this week I finished Twilight, finished Artemis, had to change up my TBR, but did get a couple pages into Golden Sun, and then I'm about, I want to say half, but it's probably more like a third of the way through Crowns game. And I'll probably try and maybe pick up some of Secret History tonight. My books are technically supposed to be due back tomorrow, so I'll probably try and renew them so I don't just have them like going over. So I'll be renewing Golden Sun, Secret History, Practical Magic, or Rules of Magic, and Outlander, grabbing Priory, and grabbing Red Rising. I think that's all of them. And returning the other ones. And then I'll try and finish Crown's game probably by tomorrow. That'll be the 16th, which means I should have been through 8 books, and I'm still only on number 5. So I'm back to my 3 books behind how it was when I was starting out. We're really not doing too hot here, but I believe in myself. I'm going to try and believe in myself. With that, I bid you adieu till the next How Do You Do. Peace. See ya.
Intelligence. Nothing has caused the human race so much trouble as intelligence.